Hey everyone, happy Friday. So we are on vacation mode. Last night was awful. You guys, I was editing the vlog for yesterday today, and I said something like it was 5 o'clock-ish, and I was like, I'm hoping excitement and adrenaline. There's a giant bug right here. I was hoping, hold on. I was hoping excitement and adrenaline would get us through the night, and I meant like the evening. I was trying to get to bedtime with excitement and adrenaline, not to midnight. And what happened, my parents live in a house that was built in the 1800s, and so it's old, and it can be scary. Everything's a little louder, a little creakier, things like that. And so it took forever to get my little two down, and then I got them down, and then my big two were scared. We were all in one room, but it was a thing. So we were up till midnight, and then everybody got up at 6 a.m., which my kids, some of them sleep till 7:30, some of them sleep till 7, some sleep till 8, some till, like the earliest they usually get up is 7. And so the fact that everybody was up at 6 something, I'm really nervous about sleep stuff, but otherwise we're having a great time. So it is, I don't know what time, and this morning I got up and planned to do editing and stuff like that, and I brought scrapbooks to catch up on and things like that, sit out on this beautiful patio and just enjoy. And it didn't happen because everybody woke up. But now we're gonna go, my sister and nephews and stuff just got here, so we're gonna visit with them for a little bit, and then we're gonna go do a Target pickup, and then go I'm gonna go to a gym and work out. And outside of the gym there's batting cages, there's putt-putt, there's a big pond. So I think my parents are gonna come too and hang out with the kids and explore the great outdoors while I work out. Because my hip is still, it's like my muscles are just so tight that walking more than just functional walking hurts a lot, and by the end of the day it really hurts. And so I can do the elliptical or more low impact stuff. So that's what we're gonna go do. And then we're gonna go buy some more pool toys. And then this afternoon, you guys, this is the bad thing about not coming to this town very often, is that we have friends in this town, because this is the town where I grew up. And so it's just so hard to see everybody, and it almost makes me overwhelmed and just not want to see anybody. But because my nephews are coming over, because we don't see them that often, my sister, my brother, all that kind of stuff. So is this a family trip? Is this a friend trip? How do we cram it all in? Do we just stay forever and never sleep again? Maybe. The other thing that's not happening is reading. Last night, I normally listen to my audiobook while I try to get the baby to calm down and go to sleep, and that took so long and was frustrating because everybody was making noise, and so then everybody was just hyping each other back up, so I couldn't listen to my audiobook. And then multiple times my kids woke up, and I just there were too many of them on, I couldn't listen to my audiobook. And this morning I didn't have the normal alone time that I do, but I am going to try to listen while I work out, so hopefully I will have a good update after the workout. So I will just kind of keep you guys posted. Editing time was hard to find this morning, so you may see a couple days here in a row. I'm going to try to stick with dailies, but we'll just see how it goes. So I'll keep you posted as the day goes on. Hey everyone, so it is later in the day. Today has gone really chaotic, but fast and good. I don't remember even when the last time we talked. My sister and her family, I think, were over, or I don't know. They did come over, and then we went to Target, and then I went to the gym, and then I came home and showered, made lunch, and got one of my kids down. The other two went reading, and then I took the baby on errands and went and got pool toys and a basketball and stuff like that. And then I picked up the other girls, and we went and drove around places we've lived, all the kind of nostalgic things about this town. So did that, and now it just rained buckets, and now it is beautiful and everything else. But I am feeling last night's sleep. I think I slept probably 12 to 4:30, and with 2 or 3 wake ups, and so I am hurting. So I think what I'm going to do is go lay on my grandma lives on the same property as my parents, and so I think I'm going to go lay on her couch and read, but I have some updates on things. Also, the cicadas. So you guys, we live just a couple hours from here, but we live in Kansas City. It's a city, obviously, and this is much more rural. And my 3-year-old is like, what is that noise? And I get it. The cicadas are loud. And just all the different noises of kind of living a little further away from people and city is funny. Funny hearing it from a 3-year-old who has never really left the city. So, okay, let's talk about book stuff. So while I was working out, I did listen to Her One Regret, and I am fascinated by this. Oh, my baby is yelling for Papa. I don't know if you can hear her, but this is a fascinating read. So this is about the opening chapters from the perspective of a woman called Lucy, I think. And she is just kind of like entertaining thoughts about, she has her baby at the grocery store, and she's kind of entertaining thoughts about motherhood. And then next thing we know, the baby is left in the parking lot and Lucy is missing. And so we're getting the perspective of her best friend, Michelle, who also is a mom and knows Lucy as intimately as any friend does. And she thinks something is wrong, that Lucy was kidnapped or something like that. Then we also get the perspective of Donna or something, which is the detective who's kind of coming out of retirement, I guess, to work on this case, which seems like not something that would happen because the police like call her and tell her the details even though she's retired and stuff, so that doesn't seem kosher, but whatever. We're getting her perspective, and then we're also getting the perspective of a mom named Julie who has a baby, and she is not doing well. She's very resentful of her husband for always working and just really having a hard time with motherhood and all the demands it puts on her. But so we find out from the best friend that Lucy had some thoughts or some times where she regretted being a mom and was not sure she made the right choice in having a child. And that information gets leaked, and the media paints her as a monster. Once it is once the potential is there that she intentionally left her child, she is being painted as a monster. And there's one reporter who is saying like, wait, yes, that's not a good choice. And there are so many systemic problems that may lead to somebody making that choice. And this book is fascinating me because moms in America right now, I don't know that it's a right now thing. I mean, it is right now. This is when I'm experiencing motherhood, and especially in these like very physically demanding days. And it's hard. It's hard being a mom because you are expected to do everything and do it happily. So the fact that a woman is having regrets is something that like we are all about social media and being self-deprecating and talking about, like, oh, motherhood's so hard and this and that and the other, in kind of a self-deprecating, like humorous way. But when somebody actually says, I regret becoming a mother, that woman becomes a monster. Now, again, she actually left her child, which is something obviously illegal and beyond what any mother not any mother, but many mothers would do. So there's more to it than that. But like just the expectation that motherhood, first of all, is made for all people, because that is not true. And now hear me when I'm saying all of this. I do not relate to these characters. I've never once regretted anything with my kids. And I've seen a thing that's like, do you need help? Well, like, what dreams did you give up in order to have your kids? And for like, then, some women will answer, no dreams. This is my dream. And that's how I feel. And so, so I'm saying this not as somebody who can relate to these characters, but as somebody who understands that motherhood is a lot. It is a lot. And if we are at all detached from our children in a way that, you boot, it's okay. In a way that seems as though we regret our decision to become mothers, then we are vilified. But also, if we are too connected to our kids, and then we're codependent and raising, we're helicopter moms and raising kids who, all these things. It just, moms can't win. Moms can't win. And we can't honestly be honest about how we feel about motherhood either way, because either you love motherhood and this is what you're meant to be, and then you're not a feminist and you're a trad wife and you're this, that, the other, or you really are wanting to get back to the life you had before kids. And I don't know, there's just no way. And this book also is many women, Julie and Lucy are clearly struggling with some postpartum depression potentially. And we don't have a system that can help these people. This is a societal problem where we get 12 weeks of maternity leave, and it's not a system set up to support motherhood, to help people who struggle in their journey of motherhood. And so this is commentary on all of that. And, it was interesting today. We're at my parents' and my mom and dad are here. Me and my 4 kids are here. And my sister and her family have been here, whatever. And so one of my children asked my mom to play something with her. And she was like, no, I need to go make lunch for Papa and I. And my daughter was like, well, doesn't mom do that? It's just her perception that mom does everything. And again, hear me when I say that, I feel like I'm living my calling. I feel like this is exactly what I dreamt of. And it's a lot, and it's a lot. And I think it's okay for it to be a lot, whether you love it or don't. And these women that we're meeting in this story, I guess I can keep holding this up, but these women that we're meeting in this story love their children. It's not that they don't love their children. It's not that they want to harm their children. It's that they have lost themselves completely in motherhood. And that's so easy to do if you even attempt to fill society's expectation of what a good mom is, And so, I don't know. I obviously have a lot of thoughts about this book. And again, I'm making some generalizations and some broad sweeping statements, and I know there's nuance to all of it. But this is really interesting commentary on a woman who is pushed to the brink of what she can handle, and there's no way except potentially leaving her child behind to get help. There's no way for her to either confront the postpartum depression issues she's suffering or just to get a break. There's no way to get help for this woman except the only way she can see is to leave her kid. Maybe there may be something that happened because there is a sketchy neighbor of one of the gals, and so there may be something that happened. Do we have a drop snack? Did you get it? Anyway, yeah, so I am about to go lay myself on my grandma's couch until we have friends coming over in 15 minutes. So I'm going to do that for as long as I can. And my kids are coloring and playing Old Maid with my grandma, and that's lovely because she's just the best. And except the baby, who's just right here by my side all the time. And yeah, you're right here, aren't you? Anyway, she's singing and dancing. So that's my very long tangent about this book and about motherhood and how we all just need to give each other a break, and we need our system to change so there is support for mothers, parents, people of all caretaking capacity, because it's a lot. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I don't know that I'll check in again because we've got these friends coming over, and then we're going to do dinner, and then my little 2 girls napped really good, and my big 2 have not, and so I don't know how bedtime's going to go, but golly, I'm scared, and I want it to be an early bedtime, as you could tell. So that's all I have to say. We'll check in either later or I'll see you tomorrow.